Welcome back to our severe weather special on WGXA. Local authorities across central Georgia are charged with keeping area residents safe during emergency situations. My colleague Clinton Bourgeois joins us from downtown Macon with more. Hey, Clinton.
Well, Jeff, the Emergency Management Agency does just what its name says. They manage emergency situations, whether it's a school shooting, chemical spill, terrorist attack, and yes, even the weather. But no matter who or where you are, you must have your own plan in place when disaster strikes. Severe weather comes in many forms, some expected, others not so much. But they all can be destructive.
Oh, no.
Here in central Georgia, we are vulnerable to all types of severe weather. We've seen destructive tornadoes, extreme flooding, and tropical systems. When weather takes a turn for the worse, the plans we have in place can go out the window. But it's the job of the Emergency Management Agency to keep one in place through 4 basic functions.
Preparedness, response, and recovery mitigation.
Which begins at the first sign of trouble.
So some of the first things that we do is make sure that the public is aware and prepared for any type of those type of events. As the watch phase comes in, we'll do a partial activation of our staff, and then the watches will be going out from our local news, radio, and television.
The EMA is responsible for the emergency alert and outdoor siren systems.
56 sirens. Each siren goes out about 3 miles, about 1.5 miles from the center.
Due to soundproof buildings and indoor distractions, sirens are strictly an outdoor alert system and should not be your only source for early weather detection. Therefore, you should turn to items inside your home for weather information.
To their local TV.
We've got new warnings that have been issued, and they are for parts of our viewing area.
No alert radios.
Strong damaging winds are the main threat, along with
On Mother's Day of 2008, an EF2 tornado pushed through one of Macon's most popular recreation spots. That's when a strategic placement of the EMA's 56 sirens were put to the test.
You could hear the sirens from all over.
Alerting Wendell and his wife Carolyn Smith, who were camping at Arrowhead Park, of approaching danger.
My wife turned the television on, and we realized that there was a tornado in Roberta about 15 miles out.
Moving fast towards the crowded campground, the Smiths knew they had to think even faster.
We woke up as many people as we could, and we got them to get up other people also.
They would make their way to a nearby bathhouse, where between 50 to 75 campers saw shelter just as the twister arrived.
You heard a lot of screaming and a lot of hollering.
It was just utter chaos.
Inside the bathrooms, it was more or less packed in here, and even after the tornado come through, we had a lot of rain that was still coming down, so we were still hanging out in here as much as we could.
Everyone in the park would survive.
Everything in that park was destroyed. The boats, trailers, campers, motorhomes, vehicles, everything was destroyed but those 2 bathhouses. And they got into those bathhouses, and there's no doubt in my mind that it saved some lives.
Which is our little safe haven.
Now that the storm has passed, the EMA goes into recovery mode.
Send damage assessment teams out alongside of our rescue efforts with the police, fire, and sheriff, going into the neighborhoods looking for people that may have been injured.
To begin a long-term recovery, which includes taking care of life safety and protection of property.
To assist those people who had damages that were uninsured, that could get assistance from the Federal Emergency Management Agency to get their lives back to where they were before the storm.
Now, since the flood of '94 and the Mother's Day tornado, the EMA has set up a points of distribution system where they can service up to 20,000 residents at designated areas in the wake of disaster. As for the Smith family, they now equip their camper with a weather radio.
Thanks, Clinton. Certainly valuable information. Now